What's up, guys?
Yo.
Flair.
What's up? What's up?
LTB Live, man. It's time. It's that time of the month again to have a little fun. Got the LTB box. We're going to be doing an unboxing like always. Let's see if we got some people watching right now. I got to check that out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see some people.
Man. I'm seeing some chatter going on right now. Give us some thumbs up, guys. We need some thumbs up. If you're ready to have some giveaways, talk to Brandon Palaniuk. We've got some cool goodies going on today. So let me talk about the outline real fast. One is first of all the hat. I'm out in the Florida Keys right now, enjoying my little time off. We've had a very busy month last month, and so finally I get a little vacation. So I got a dock sitting outside. There's tarpon rolling all out there, and I'm hopefully going to try to catch one of these things in the next couple days. And but for the show, like always, we're going to go through the unboxing. So we're going to go through every lure in the box, and then we're going to go back through the entire box and go over those lures in detail. Answer some of you guys' subscriber questions. Flair is going to talk about some of his upcoming events you got going on, some collaborations and things like that. And then we're going to talk to also Brandon Palaniuk. He's going to talk to about one of the products in the box that he's actually associated with, and then he's also going to talk about some GoPro stuff and everything as well, because that's his sponsor. I think that would be a pretty cool sponsor to have. GoPro is helping you pay your way, man. You wouldn't turn that sponsorship away, huh?
No, not at all. No way. That'd be sweet.
And I know that a lot of people on here are here for the giveaways. We also give away some cool swag and things like that all throughout the show. So this is how we're going to do it from now on. We're going to try to only do a 1 hour show. So we're going to get through the whole hour. We're going to be very efficient on how we're doing everything. So the giveaways are going to happen very quick. The giveaways happen every 15 minutes. So depending on where you are in the United States, and normally I'm out in the West Coast, so we start this thing at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But right now it's 9 o'clock Eastern for me. So when I clock hits 9:15, we're going to do a giveaway. At 9:30, giveaway. At 9:45, giveaway. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And the second it hits that minute, I'm going to say what we're giving away, and then I'm going to ask the question, and then we're going to go on with the show, and then announce winners once they've been figured out. So that's so we can make sure you guys get all the information you want. I know that a lot of you guys are sitting there with this month's Lucky Tackle Box, and you want to talk about some of these lures and learn about, get some ideas of how you guys can go out and throw them and stuff. And Andrew and I have a lot of cool things to talk to you about it. So
Definitely.
Let's jump right into the box, brother.
All right, dude. All right, so let's grab the old Lucky Tackle Box. This is the Bass XL box that we have. So they've got a regular bass box. What else we got? We got trout. We got ice fishing. Do we have catfish?
We do not have catfish yet.
No catfish yet? Okay.
No catfish. That's something we're working on. Something we're working on. I know we get a lot of requests for that. So everyone knows that is something that we have taken into account. But also we've got walleye, trout, fly fishing, pan fishing. We now have a multi-species box. We just released that. So that's got, I know a lot of you guys a lot of times you just say you fish for whatever's biting and stuff. So we've got a box now that we pull a lot of products from the multi-boxes and put them in one box.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a cool thing for the guys that don't really have a set species they go after. And then we've got an inshore box as well.
Awesome. So we got this box. Going to open it up. We've got a few baits to roll through. What we do in this show is we take out each product, and I'm just going to show it to you, put it down, and basically get through the entire box. That way, if you're just here to kind of see what's in the box, what LTB is all about, that way you get that out of the way. And then we'll throw some giveaways in, bring Brandon in, and then kind of go more through the product. So if you guys want to know how to use what's in this, you got to stay throughout the show for that part. So let's see what we got in here. So the first dude right here is a BWA. This is a trout swim bait.
What is up, dude? What is up?
I'll take it out just
pull it out. Yeah. Okay, guys, that came in the regular box.
So that
was in the regular bass box. That is an expensive swim bait.
Dude, I don't even. Yeah, it is. It's expensive. Okay, number one done. We got the Storm Arashi square bill. That is what BP, the man, is going to talk about. We have a live target popper. It's a little frog imitation topwater lure. Everybody loves topwater. Let's see, we got some Rick Clunn hand poured tubes. These are like little tube grub things that you can throw on the back of a jig. Put a little jig head on, all that lovely stuff. Some castaic jerkbait, soft jerkbaits, kind of like fluke style little deals there. We have, this is the lure that's going to catch the most fish out of this entire box, and that is these little Mismo small finesse green pumpkin worms.
I can't wait to talk about that one too.
Dude, those, yeah. And then we got some mustad little mosquito hooks, perfect drop shot wacky rig. And
lastly, those worms, those Mismo bait worms.
We got stickers. You got this little catalog here that'll show you all some cool stuff from ICAST. Lots of fun stuff in here. And then this is the description card. So this tells you the prices of all the baits and stuff like that. Did you see how much that swim bait was? Holy smokes. Am I allowed to say how much it was?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, dude, yeah. That's what everyone's got.
Okay, so this came in everybody's box, you said?
Yep. That came in the regular bass box.
The regular box is $15, right? This is $23.99, $24.99, something like that, right?
What, the box? The XL, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
but
okay.
the regular is $15, $14.99.
So the regular is $15. This one, but even if you got the regular, you got it. That swim bait alone, this dude right here was $26. One simple lure was $26. Insane. Absolutely insane.
That really is a testament to this whole platform that Lucky Tackle Box has created. The reality with all the combinations of the things we do, the partnership with the YouTubers like yourself, Andrew, and then the videos, the how-to videos we do, and then LTB Live where we interact with the subscribers, the whole culture we bring that's more based around learning, not just getting products into people's hands, has really attracted a lot of big companies. And
that's awesome.
BWA Baits is a company that is coming hard. They've already made their name overseas and are really doing well in other markets. And now they're coming into the U.S. market. And so they already have their line established. And they just want to then get it out to basically get it out to people and then explain to people why their product is the way it is. And they have they've really jumped right on this platform, and we're getting products like that are so expensive. These companies are willing to come way below their cost to get it in the box because they know that our customers are going to be happy and they're going to go buy more. And so it's a win-win for everybody in this situation because our subscribers are stoked, the company's happy that they're getting this product and being, you know, our customers are getting taught how to use it, and we're happy because our box looks awesome because we have these great products in there. So
awesome.
That just keeps happening with the new products. I mean, when we were just at ICAST this week, we signed up a bunch of new companies that that are launching new products out of our box. So we're going to be in 2017. Right now we're 6. I think we might be at 8 by the end of the week, but we'll have between 6 and 8 by the end of the week of products that are going to be released in the box the month before they're released to the public.
That's awesome.
So that means sweet. Our subscribers will be opening the box. They will pull out a product that none of their friends have that do not subscribe, and they will get to go to a local pond and use it for the first time. The fish will be that will be the first time any fish in that pond have seen that lure, and then it will be open to the public that next month. And companies are using that because they realize that we can create a big hype behind these different products and stuff. So it's 2017, and you guys will hear me refer to that a lot throughout the show because we just went to ICAST, which is the biggest fishing show that's not open to the public. It's only business to business. So that's when we line up all our big deals. That's when we show the new stuff we're going to do for 2017 and get these other companies hyped up. And it was a great show. I know that Andrew made a lot of new connections as well. Yep. This really is that weekend that week that can really set the rest of the year into motion and stuff. And so if you guys are subscribing to Lucky Tackle Box, you have some great things coming ahead of you.
That's awesome. That's sweet. Love getting exclusive stuff, especially fishing pressured waters. It's definitely key to have something that your buddies do not in order to catch some more fish.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I guess I've got to say too, that I know that some of you guys will have seen that Andrew just went through his box. There is going to be some products that some people didn't get, that they got a different variation of and stuff. And that is, unfortunately, sometimes companies only can send us so much product. And so we sometimes have a couple different variations of product in those boxes. Sometimes we divide it between different regions and stuff as well. If we can't fulfill an entire order. But 2017, one of our criteria is that that will not happen. If companies do business with us, they have to complete an entire order to go to our entire subscriber base and stuff. And so as we grow and our subscriber base is really looking for the value that we're giving them, they're not just looking for a $5 box that's just devaluing what's in that box, they're looking for, they want to know the new products. They want to go out and buy more after they try them out. More companies are getting involved and really trying to bend over backwards to really fulfill these orders and stuff. So
nice. Love it. All right.
Are
we gonna throw down for the first giveaway? I mean, I guess we're a couple minutes early.
Let's pull out the first. Let's pull out the first product here.
Okay.
Let's fish them out. Let's just go straight for that big filet mignon, man. Yeah, heck yeah, dude.
That dude right there.
More about this thing.
All right. So this is this is the BWA Trout swim bait. Now this is something I've never thrown anything like this, but it's got a soft tail. That's good. Where's that box? I think I threw that box. I was gonna see if it's. I'm guessing it's probably sinking.
Yes, it's slow sinking. The box really makes it look expensive too.
Oh yeah. Well, half this isn't even in English. There we go. We found some English. All right, we're good. We're on the right track now. Nice. Yeah. So it's kind of like a slow sink. Just nice little slithering action here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you have trout where you live? I don't really. Yeah, you definitely have trout where you live.
Yeah, and those fish aren't going to just eat. They're not just honed into trout. I mean, bass love a big meal no matter what. So
yeah.
The one thing though, the videos, and so I got to address this too. A lot of you guys have sent in comments that there's no videos up yet, and we should have just posted the first one today.
I saw the drop shot on, yeah.
Yep. So that was a power drop shot. That goes with the hook that you just pulled out, the mustad little octopus hook. But we'll have 4 more videos that'll be released throughout the next 7 days. Basically, we release them. We try to do it usually every other day, but I think we'll do it every single day starting after LTB Live. So, but the video we did on the Trout, on that BWA Trout, was talking about the different retrieves. So we did underwater footage and showed basically. So I did different types of retrieve above surface, and then showed how that lure reacted below the surface. Because there are different ways to retrieve these things to get them to do different stuff in different situations and stuff. And so it's not just you cast and reel that thing. It's going to do its crazy little, that searching thing. It just kind of moves around backward. It looks beautiful. But if you really want to trigger those strikes, you got to do some little nuance. You got to do some little subtle things that really get that bait darting around, doing erratic motion. And so that's what the video is all about. So you guys will really like that because it shows underwater footage and it shows what I'm doing, and then it shows how that bait's reacting underwater. And so it could be a great little learning tool for people that are.
So that's coming out later this week is the video on this.
That will be out. Yes, that will be out.
So yeah, you guys, if you guys got this, you're going to want to check it out. Cause like I have to like watch the video cause I'm not familiar. I'm not on the West Coast. I don't throw this type of stuff. And the majority of you guys who get the boxes are probably not on the West Coast. Most of you guys are probably, East. So if you did get this, make sure to check out the video that Travis did on this because I will be watching it, learning it, and then taking this bad boy fishing. It is 8:15 in Central Time. That means giveaway.
Boom. All right, guys. Question number 1 is going to be for there's going to be 3 winners. This one's going to be a real quick one. It's going to be each winner. So we're looking for 3 winners. Each winner is going to get 1 LTB box, and they're going to get 1 LTB shirt. All you guys are constantly asking me about LTB swag, and I'm sorry to keep saying that it's coming, but I had a great meeting this last week with a huge manufacturer that's going to be creating some killer swag so we can fill the store and have some cool stuff so you guys can show your support, because I know that's what a lot of people are all about, is showing the support that they like the brand and they want to now be out there on the lakes wearing an LTB hat, shirt, what have you. So we'll be coming up with some cool stuff, but this is a way for 3 guys to win some shirts right now. Each winner is going to get a box and a shirt, and we've been listening to some of your guys' frustration, and I know that a lot of the winners on these giveaways, it's just because they have faster internet. So the guys at the office, they're going to pick 1 random winner as well. So the first and second place winner are going to be the first 2 correct answers. But then the guys at the office that are ones tracking all this stuff right now, they have to pick the 3rd winner, the 3rd correct answer just at random. So that gives you guys that have a little slower internet connection or whatnot, you guys will still have a chance that you guys can win some giveaways and stuff. So hopefully that will make some of you guys a little bit more happy. So here we go. We're on question number 1. Yep. Tonight's guest is Brandon Palaniuk. All right, dude, the guy is a stud on the Elite Series. He has 2 Elite Series wins to go along with his 10. He has 10 top 10 finishes in his young career, man. The kid is, I think he's like 27 or something like that, man. I was trying to figure out how to pay rent at 27, and this guy's already dominating in the Elite Series. So, you guys, so the question is, it's a 2-answer question. What 2 lakes did his 2 victories come at? So Brandon has 2 Elite Series victories. What are the 2 lakes that he's won at? Are you watching, Flair?
Yeah, and by the way, the screen's clicked.
Okay.
Oh wow. What is it saying? No.
Come on, guys. You got to be watching your Bass live.
I mean, I'm way behind now, but I didn't see anybody for a while.
Oh, man,
Everyone's getting like one or the other.
There's really 2-part answer, people.
I saw one that had both of them.
Yep, I think I just did too.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
Gunnersville.
so at least I know I saw at least 2 people, so that's good. People watch your stuff, Brandon. They follow you. They're stalking you.
Brandon, I'm seeing a lot of Gunnersville too, man. So I think they got a lot of confidence in you at Gunnersville. I think this might be a prediction here too. I think there's a lot of positive energy coming your way.
Out right now.
Pray we go to Gunnersville next year.
Let's get some.
So we're waiting on the guys in the office to give us the old. Oh, I think they're going now, aren't they?
Yep. Well, they're going to fill out the answers here. So, all right, guys, we're going to come back to you in just a second with the answers on who won that question. Actually, why don't you just let us in right now, Brandon? All right, so we got Brandon Palaniuk from the Bass Elite Series right here. Guys, this is, when you guys lay awake or when you're sitting on that pond talking to yourself, fishing from the shore and everything, and dreaming of being an Elite Series pro, this guy's actually doing it, man. And he's doing it at a young age, which is a really cool thing. That's you don't have to wait till you're 50 years old to join the Elite Series and stuff and start making a splash. And so, Brandon, why don't you tell us where your 2 victories have come?
Well, let's see. The first one is going to be Bull Shoals Reservoir in Mountain Home, Arkansas, 2012. I know you guys don't need all that information, but it's my second year on the Elites. Win number 2 came after my lovely disqualification on the Mississippi River, and the correct answer would be the St. Lawrence River in Waddington, New York.
Very cool. Now, okay, you mentioned that the Bull Shoals was your second year in. Is that a huge sigh of relief when that happened? Was that like?
Yeah, that was a big one for me. I came onto the scene and finished 4th in my first classic, and that win for me was kind of a validation of I'm here to stay, and I didn't just get lucky before. Obviously awesome. Everyone loves lucky tackle boxing, and we all love to get lucky, but in this sport you need to, show and prove that you're here to stay, and it wasn't just a coincidence, So, that first win will always be special. Even after all the other ones, that one will still have a special place in my heart.
Very cool. Man, that's got to be a special thing, man. I would be lying if I haven't told you I've dreamed of that many times, holding that big trophy and, what that feeling would be. So kudos to you, man. That's definitely a dream of all ours right here. So
for sure.
So now let's talk about this Arashi, baby. What do you? How can we do some damage with that in the summertime?
Well, I mean, the cool thing is that this bait is coming at a perfect time to all the lucky tackle box guys, because this bait really shines in the summertime. It's perfect for all shallow square bill cranking scenarios. But what really makes this bait unique, and can everyone see me? I don't know if everyone can see me.
Yep.
Okay, everyone can see me. So Andrew had this color right here. This is Parrot. And this is the color that I'm going to use in dirtier water situations. So I'm guessing everybody got a mix of colors, right? Or not everybody got all of the colors, but there's a mix of colors. Some guys got one color, some guys got another.
Yeah, or did everybody get this color if they got this color?
No, it's a mix of colors, all kinds of different colors.
Okay. So there's several colors out there. Colors, for me, usually I just go more natural in clear water situations. So I'm going to go with like the bluegill or wakasagi. Those are kind of two go-tos for me. Those are going to be kind of more clear water situations, those more translucent colors. As we get, say you get some rain, you know, one of those summertime storms, you get some dirty water in the back of a creek, then I'm going to go with that parrot and some of those brighter, more opaque colors, and that's going to help stand out to the fish. You know, you guys got the Silent Square 3. That's my favorite one in the entire lineup. They come in rattling versions and they come in a bigger Square 5 version, but the Square 3 Silent is my go-to. That's what I was throwing at the Mississippi River when I was leading the first 2 days until I culled a fish in the wrong state. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, you can go and search that on YouTube and Bassmaster and find out. But this is a bait that I literally keep a box of in my boat all year. This is my lucky tackle box because it's literally filled full of nothing but Arashi Square 3. And I had to walk out to my boat to pull it out. The thing with this bait is the huge key is this self-tuning line tie right here. So just that little bit of movement in that line tie, that allows that bait to do a couple things. One, you can reel this bait as fast as you can turn the handles, and the bait's not going to blow out. And it's really important to have a crankbait that doesn't blow out when you're fishing it, whether you're fishing it fast or slow. But in the summertime, as the bass metabolism speeds up, what that does.
Will you explain the blowout concept real quick? Because that's actually something I think is real important.
Okay. Yeah, so like what I'm talking about when a bait blows out is if your crankbait isn't tuned perfectly straight, what'll happen is when this bait picks up speed, it'll actually blow out and roll out, and the whole bait will lose traction, and that's not good, you know, because then it's going to blow up to the surface. It comes out of the strike zone. So that self-tuning line tie is going to help this bait stay down in the strike zone, and it's going to continue through that strike zone and not blow out. And that's why it's important. The other thing that self-tuning line tie does is it actually helps this bait deflect off of cover better. So if you have a traditional line tie, what happens is, say this was a rock or a log or whatever it may be, a traditional crankbait without that self-tuning line tie is going to come down, hit that cover, and it's going to bounce off to the side, and then it's going to take a long time for that bait to get back on track, right? So when the bait, when a Storm Arashi, when the Square 3 hits with that self-tuning line tie, it hits, and that line tie is going to help correct the bait. So it's going to roll, the hooks are going to come away from the cover, but it's going to come back on track a lot sooner. And those fish are sitting right behind the cover. Right? A lot of times in summer, I'm looking for current, you know, or they're holding really tight to the cover for that shade because the fish want cooler water temps in the summer. They're aggressive. So I use a really fast retrieve to get that bait to deflect off the cover, and having that ability to deflect off the cover and come back on track much quicker is a big key to get those fish to trigger. Another thing is when I'm fishing a bait that quick, I like these rotated hook hangers. What that's going to do is that allows us to put larger size treble hooks on here. So it comes with super sharp VMC round bend trebles, but you can actually even upgrade these trebles to another size larger without the hooks getting hung up on each other when you cast and when you retrieve the bait. Why is that important? Well, when you're fishing this bait so fast, a lot of times those fish react to it and they'll strike at it, and that just helps your hookup percentage and your landing ratio. Just that you get a little bit bigger bite on those hooks. Circuit board lip, that's another thing that you know, is designed into this bait, and what that does is that thin profile, you can see how thin that bill of the bait is. That's going to help this bait, one, track true, but it also helps keep it stable and start at slower and run at higher speeds. So it's kind of a combination of all the pieces of the bait working together to make it what it is. And it's a special bait. I mean, took a long time to design it, but once we got it right, I kind of just got rid of all the other square bills in my crankbait box and just replaced it with all these, because I have that much confidence in it that anywhere we go in the country, I can swap out, you know, whatever color I need and then be able to fish it that way.
Nice. You guys thought of everything with this. You're just like one thing after another. It's like, it's such a small, looks like simple bait. And it's like, oh no, this is important. We did this. This is different. It's just like, you guys thought of everything for this. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's literally just every detail. There's so many different things that come into the bait that, you know, make it do all these different certain things. You know, the most unique thing is probably the self-tuning line tie. I still haven't seen that in another, you know, bass hard bait in the market. Yeah, so that's kind of our signature thing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big thing that I could probably see really catching on from a lot. I mean, that's got to be the way everyone goes from now on. I mean, tuning the baits and stuff is a big deal. So that was really cool that you guys figured that out. Now, Brandon, real quick, and I don't know, Andrew, if you're looking, make sure you're looking at the comments, Andrew, for any questions and stuff.
Yeah, I am.
But Brandon, we got a lot of you know, guys that are really, they get the box because they're trying to learn new techniques and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to, you know, when they get their box, they want to get motivated to go out and use some of those products when they go out there. If I just get this square bill right now and I've tied it on, I don't know anything about the lake, maybe I have limited access to, maybe I'm in a little, you know, john boat or maybe from the shore, what kind of things am I visually looking for, and what kind of water depths am I looking for to fish this thing right now, you know, the heat of the summer?
So water depth, that'll be the first thing we talk about. It's a crankbait. You know, it's not something like a jig or something where we can fish it at different water depths. I mean, really, you're going to be limited from 1 to 3 foot because you want this bait coming in contact with some type of cover right now. The fish are aggressive. You can fish the bait fast. So no matter if I was on a lake or in a pond or a river, I'm going to look for something that this bait can come in contact with. So if it's a pond, maybe some standing trees, maybe some rocks. If there's a dock, I fish it a lot of times, you know, next to the shade line where I can come in contact with dock pilings or anywhere those fish can ambush some type of prey. And usually they're going to do that in some type of shade or current. You know, if you got current, those fish are going to sit behind rocks. You know, they're going to try to sit just out of that current where they can ambush the prey. Like I said, over and over again, come in contact with whatever you're fishing around. That's going to be the big thing. 1 to 3 foot. Water clarity doesn't really matter because there's, you know, different colors that you can adapt to be more efficient in those different water clarity conditions. You can fish it around grass. You know, a lot of times if there's shallow submerged grass, I'll actually hold my rod tip up and fish this bait just over the grass. So it's just ticking the tops of the grass. And when you feel it tick the top of the grass, you're going to rip this bait out and just let it pause, and it'll slowly float back up. And you get a lot of strikes that way just because it looks like a fleeing bait fish or like a bait fish that's kind of just on its last breath where it tries to swim away and then just slowly floats up like it's dying. So it's an extremely versatile bait, and I know we're limited on time. So there's, you know, kind of a couple scenarios where I would fish this. As far as what I would fish it on, for a rod, I throw a 7-foot medium action glass composite rod. Something that when you're fishing it really fast, those fish, it allows them to suck it in. And I throw it on 15-pound fluorocarbon, just 100% fluorocarbon, and a faster reel, a 7-to-1 gear ratio reel.
Very cool. Oh, Brandon, I got some questions for you real quick, too. I got some questions being texted me from the office that they're seeing on the comments below. But real quick, you guys, I know you guys are ready for another giveaway. So, Brandon, we're going to do a quick giveaway here because everyone watching this stuff likes getting
do we need to announce the winners of the last one first? Okay.
Exactly. And so that's, I think the way we're going to do that, too, is every time we go to the next question, I'll announce the winners from last time because that'll keep the flow going nice. All right, guys, so the winners from this last one, where did the text go? Okay, so here we go. It was, let me bring myself to the screen here so you guys can see. Bam. All right, so we had 3 winners. So each of you guys is going to win a box and an LTB shirt. So the first winner was New England Bass. The second winner was Josh Williams. And then the third winner was the random winner, was the Octavio Zamora. All three of you guys, you need to email Justin at luckytacklebox.com and let him know that you were the winner, and he is going to he needs your information, your mailing address, all that good stuff, and then he will send you the stuff you won. So now we are on question number 2. This is going to be for first place is going to win. Oh, we got some good stuff going here. We got the first place is a Daiwa rod, and then second and third winners are going to get an LTB box. The third winner also is going to be a random one. So, so the first place, the first 2 answers are going to be a rod and then a box, and the third winner is going to be a random one. He's going to get a box. So the question is, what lake is the 2017 Bassmaster Classic going to be at? This one should get some quick responses here. We're going to find out. We're going to find out who's been paying attention to the Elite Series at all here.
Yeah, that's right.
Clear Lake, Lake Travis.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, a lot of people got it.
Holy
Everyone
cow!
thinks it's at Toledo.
What's that?
Everyone's saying it's at Toledo. A lot of people are.
Close.
Interesting.
What
Yeah.
they think.
Is there an event there this year?
We haven't announced 2017 yet, but we had one there in 2000. We had one this year.
Gotcha. All right, guys. The answer is Lake Conroe. That's in Houston, Texas, right?
Yep, you got it.
When do you guys start practicing for a classic? I know that you've made. Is it 5 or 6 that you've qualified for, Brandon?
I've fished 6. So
6?
Qualified for 6 so far.
Nice. How early do you start fishing for these things or practicing for these things?
Tournaments in general or just classic?
No, the classic. The classic. I mean, is that something you go take a look at whenever you can start, or?
Yeah, so we've got 60-day off limits for the classic. So I can't remember the exact dates right now, but it's around like the 3rd week of March. So typically they put it off limits the January 1st. I don't know if they'll move that back a little bit this year, but generally I go and try to look at the lake before that off limits, just so I learn my way around. I've been on Conroe one time before, so I kind of know how the lake lays out, but I'll go get a refresher course on that, and then we don't come back until the actual week of the classic, and we'll get 3 days of practice that week.
Damn, one day, man. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then every day in between that 60-day off limits period, I will be thinking about it.
Exactly. All right, well, Brandon, I got a quick question from one of our guys watching right now. They want to know about the bill on the Arashi. Obviously it's a really thin bill. They want to know how well it's going to hold up.
That's a really good question. I'm glad you guys brought that up. That's the great thing about a circuit board lip. So it's actually made out of circuit board, like a computer circuit board. And that's why we're able to make it as thin as it is, because of that material is very hard, and it's going to hold up to a lot of wear and tear. And that's the reason that we're able to do that. If you were to do that out of a standard, PCP lip or something, it would want to break and chip off, where you're not going to have that issue. You'll get normal wear and tear just like you would on a normal crankbait, but it's going to be more durable actually than a normal crankbait.
Very cool. All right, so now, Brandon, one of the things that with Lucky Tackle Box, we are really we love our videos. We love social media.
Yep.
Flair, we've been partnered with Flair for a couple years now, and he's really leading the internet. He's one of the leaders in YouTube stuff. I mean, the guy really does some creative work. I know that you, being a younger angler and just being a guy that's innovative and trying to stay, trying to stay in the limelight of marketing and that kind of thing for your sponsor stuff, you deal with GoPro a lot. How do you get a lot of your footage? What kind of routine do you go through to make sure you come up with some good footage while you're out on the water?
Man, I feel like I should be asking Andrew to tell me all his secrets. He's the one that owns YouTube right now.
No, I've seen some of your videos though. They're pretty. They're a lot cooler than mine. You put way more work and time into it. I just scrap something together and toss it up there and hope for the best.
I don't know about that, but I do love making videos. You know, I started doing it actually kind of really before I saw anybody making fishing videos like that. You know, I always grew up watching snowboarding and skateboarding videos and kind of these more like high action videos, and everything has kind of transpired into more of like lifestyle videos. And so every time I go out, I try to, you know, think, how can I share this experience and tell a story? Right? That's what people want to see, is like every time I go out there, if I get some awesome footage, I have to piece, you know, all those puzzle pieces together to tell the story and show a picture. And so that's my thing is, you know, I always try to tell people is get creative. Don't just use one angle, right? You can get some really cool footage and make some short clips from one angle, but if you're really going to try to tell a story, you can't do it proficiently with just one angle. You can have one camera, but move that camera around. You know, I shoot all my stuff on GoPro. I'll usually try to run multiple ones so that I can change the angle from a same fish catch or a same, you know, fighting scenario. But it's all about getting creative, thinking outside the box. You know, I'll take a mount that GoPro makes, and I'll take it apart and try to rebuild it into something that in my mind I want to make happen. You know, it took me, gosh, like a year and a half or 2 years to figure out how to build this spinning mount that I wanted to film with, and finally I figured out how to build it. And just one day it came to me. So, you know, I really try to push that level of creativity and be able to tell a story. So if something great happens, don't be afraid to go back and shoot some B-roll. And what I mean by B-roll is that's just, you know, those are those pieces of the puzzle that kind of bring everything together. You know, they may be scenery shots or running shots in your boat, or if you're going to a pond, it may be the walk or the travel, you know, from your house to that pond or something. All those pieces are going to help tell that story. And the more creative you can get with it, the more angles you can add, the better it's going to be. So that's kind of my best basic advice, you know, for shooting any kind of great video. And then as far as editing goes, it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. I learned most of mine by YouTube, because if I think I want to learn how to do something, I just get on there and I'll YouTube it. Someone usually tells you how to do it, tutorial, and I look that up, and you know, I'll go back and forth until I figure out how to do it.
Absolutely. Brandon, do you do most of your YouTubing, I mean, not most of your YouTubing, do you do most of your filming with the GoPro? Is the day-to-day stuff usually done with the GoPro?
Yeah, so actually everything I film is with a GoPro. You know, I'll film with some other people that may have different cameras, but everything I have is on GoPro. So I carry 9 or 10 of them around with different settings and different mounts, and I'll be able to swap those around.
Very cool. And I can only imagine how much GoPro accessories and gadgets you have. Do you get all the new stuff?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that I get to get my hands on some of the new stuff sometimes before it comes out. But I used to have an entire truck full of just fishing tackle, and now I have 3/4 of a truck full of fishing tackle and a quarter full of film stuff.
Oh yeah, and it never ends. It's just like I have a big mound of it over here. That's just like builds up, and it's nuts. Filming
there's always something new coming out, and then like you know, I talk about, you know, I was trying to build these new mounts. You're like, oh, I need this underwater housing, and I want this drone helicopter, and I want this and that. And next thing you know, you've got as much film tackle as you do fishing tackle.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what I tell all the guys I film with now. It doesn't count unless it's on film. So they tell me they're kind of big fish. Show me, man, because I'm not hearing your stories anymore, man. It's all about, if it's not on camera, then it didn't really happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Brandon, man, thank you so much for coming on. I'm sure we're going to have you on some more times in the future. And I know we got a lot of guys that are stoked that they got that Arashi. Where can they actually go pick that up? Because if they want some different colors, or they want to make sure if they want to collect a box like yours and start building their Arashi box, where can they go pick some up?
Yeah, definitely. If you guys want to check more out, just go to Cabela's, or if you don't have a Cabela's near you, you can go to Cabela's.com. Or any of the other major retailers. Pretty much all of the major retailers carry that bait, as well as the rest of the Storm Arashi lineup. So if you guys like the bait, I encourage you guys to go out, buy more, check out other baits in the series. We've got pretty much every bait you can think of in a hard bait from top to bottom of the water column.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Brandon, thank you very much for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yep, take care, man.
Take care.
See you guys.
Let's see what time it is. We got 2 minutes till the next video.
We got 2 minutes. I'm going to announce the winners from the last question right now. We've got the guy the person who's going to win the rod, the Daiwa rod, is going to be Al Bassin. Congratulations, you just won a new Daiwa rod. Then the second place is going to win a box. That's going to be Carter Clarko. And then the random one from the office was going to be Charlie Summerlin. Also, you won a box. So all you guys send an email to Justin at luckytacklebox.com and send him your mailing address, all that good info, and he's going to make sure he gets a box sent out to you. Also, a couple quick things. First of all, if you guys are enjoying the show, dude, if you guys just enjoyed Brandon Palaniuk breaking it down, dude, that guy has the life, man. If you see his gear, if you see his truck, he's got all the GoPros, he's got all the best sponsors. I mean, that guy's really doing good for himself, and he's also a very cool guy, which is also nice. It's also nice to see somebody who's doing what you want to do, and they're also just an approachable, likable person. So if you guys enjoyed that interview, you want to see him on the show more often, throw us a thumbs up right now. What are we at right now? What are we at in thumbs up? I got to check that.
Okay, you need to clarify here. Thumbs up meaning like the video, because everyone's throwing up the thumbs up emoji earlier.
Oh, the emoji?
And I'm like, no, it's not what we meant. We meant like click the like button.
We're at 265 likes. Oh, we just jumped up 12. Hit the like button below if you want to see some more of Palaniuk, man. He's we got to get him on the show a whole lot more.
I need to go fishing with him is what I need to do. I need to go filming with him. He's definitely got some tricks up his sleeves.
Well, what's cool about him is he's really connected into the social media, the video stuff and everything. So he does like going out and filming, which is good for the people that are watching stuff right now, that they can see how he goes and fishes. They can see how he uses the lures, because that's how most of the information is spread nowadays with all the different GoPros and things like that going on. Before I ask this question, the next trivia question, you guys, I have a question I want for you guys. I have a question that's not going to be with a prize, but I want to know what your favorite lure, if you guys are subscribed to Lucky Tackle Box, what your favorite lure is that you've received in the box so far, and also what brand you would like to see more of in the box. So if you'd like to see Strike King more, or you'd like to see Yozuri more, what brand would you like to see more, and what's your favorite product that's come so far in the box? Because we do want to know more feedback of what people are enjoying, what people want to see more of and stuff. And we got some live targets. Live targets. Live targets a crowd pleaser, man. That's their stuff looks so realistic looking, man, that it's hard not to just have confidence when you're throwing it. I mean, we get a million live targets. Some BWAs. BWA has, I hadn't even heard of BWA a year ago.
It was at ICAST last year's first time. Nick, Informative Fisherman, introduced me to that company.
Same thing. Nick with Informative Fisherman also introduced me to them, and I am just so impressed by the quality of their stuff. And they really have original stuff. It's not that stuff that really resembles a lot of things that are already big on the market.
No.
Buddha baits, baby. I like the Buddha baits. Where else do we got? The Yozuri. Yozuri, you're going to be seeing a whole lot. Yozuri has had a lot of fun working with us this year, and it's going to be doing a lot more. Gary Yamamoto baits. Guys, they're releasing a couple new products this year. As of last week, when we had some meetings with them, they loved our platform and loved the stuff they've done with us, and so they will also be releasing some new products with us. So that's great news. You guys being so interactive and you guys being a great subscriber base and supporting us has really gotten the companies to notice what's going on, and they're really going to be putting out some new cool stuff through our box.
Definitely.
So stay tuned. I think some people are ready for our next question.
Yeah, I think they are too.
350. I think they just jumped us up 100 thumbs up. No, 85 thumbs up between the time I just asked. That's crazy.
All right, we ready for the giveaway? Do you want me to do this one, or do you want to do this one?
You go ahead. Yeah, take one, Harris. So we're on question 3, right? Oh yeah. Obviously you. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
Let me put your pretty little face up on this thing. Hold on.
If you guys get this correct, 3 winners. The first 2 people to guess it right get it correct, and then 1 random winner. And yeah, okay. So here's the question: what state is Andrew Flair going to film in next? Not including where I live, which is Nebraska. Where am I going to travel next? What state? There's 50 of them, so you have a 1 in 50 chance.
So start guessing if you don't know. Wow.
I see 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
There we go. Now I got.
Why do you guys want me to go to New York so bad?
Jeez, right, dude. I think that.
Oh, I know why. It's because some other YouTubers are filming there in a little bit.
Okay. Well, maybe we got to get you out to New York then too, dude.
I guess, man.
Flair goes to the Big Apple. So we'll have the office tune up that. So Flair, where are you going, man?
I am going to California. I think, are we going to Delta or Clear? Do you know yet?
Dude, we're gonna do everything. I have so many.
So
I got so much stuff lined up. It's all about.
I'm going punching, flipping, not Nebraska punching, like legitimate punching.
Night fishing.
Oh, are we night fishing? Okay.
Yes, and I want you to Flair. I've been ordering all kinds of random crap. I'm getting in trouble at home because stuff keeps coming in the mail, and my fiance keeps going, "What is this?" And I open up, and it's just random lights and stuff. I keep buying all these because we're gonna try to get some great footage. I know we can catch some monster fish. I got some private lakes that I got a buddy that's stoked about taking us out on, and we're gonna get some. I mean, we're talking 5 to 7 pound bass when you can't see a thing. Dude, so you don't even know which. Dude, they have you under the boat, and it's splashed on the other side of the boat, and you don't even know that it was under the boat, dude. It's gonna be wild. So it's all about, we got to try to figure out how we're actually gonna be able to capture that on film. That's gonna be
that's what I was just thinking. How are we gonna film in pit? I don't got any night vision stuff going, but might need to invest. Dang.
Yep. And so we're looking at, so it's gonna be yourself, Noah Pescatelli, you guys all know Kicking Their Bass Television, and then Tyler Anderson of Tyler's Real Fishing. And I'm going to swoop you guys up in the motorhome. You guys are going to get to see what life in the motorhome, the clankety clanking motorhome's all about. And I'll pick you guys up, and then we're just going on a road trip. I mean, I have so many of the best guys at each one of these giant bodies of water in California that we are going to run into some fish, man. It's just going to be all about what the weather lines up as, and kind of dictate where we're going to actually go. So. But that's the beauty about being in a motorhome, man. It's like you can chase the bite, dude. You're mobile.
That's all right. I'm excited, dude. It's gonna be fun. So that's gonna be for you guys. For those of you wondering, it's like mid August. So it's like about a month from right now. So for that month, I'm gonna be just doing a little Nebraska fishing, beating up on some pond fish and stuff, and then head off to Cali, West Coast, all that good stuff. All right, we should probably get back to the box, eh?
Yep. Let's start pulling out some more products. I'm going to announce.
So we've done swim bait, square bill.
Yep. I'm going to announce the winners real quick too, Flair. They already got it back to me. So let's go. 3 winners are going to be Jack Talbot, Gary Clubb, and Lauren Walsh. All of you guys need to email Justin at luckytacklebox.com. Email him your full name, mailing address, and a contact phone number as well. And we'll get you guys out those prizes.
All right, so the third product, I'm going to go over this, dude. This is a cast steak Jerky J 5-inch soft swim bait. And I actually have the jumbo size of these that I used in Kentucky Lake last year at the high school national championship. These things are sweet. So this is kind of like the more medium sized, more just for like, standard, not giant Kentucky Lake fish. But it's like a standard, kind of like almost like a fluke, but you see this tail on it. I don't know if you guys can see that thing. It's like I'm not even moving my hand, and it just constantly goes. So it's not going to have that quite so stiff gliding action. It's going to be more erratic, but it's got a nice paint job on. I think this is probably like IU color or something along those lines. Either way, it just looks like a little bait fish. So you throw this up on. You can actually throw on a trailer, like a chatterbait, weighted swim bait hook, unweighted swim bait hook, or like a big jig head. you're fishing ledges and stuff like that. But I don't know. Do you guys throw any of this stuff on the West Coast? Any of these like jerky shad stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm gonna let you know on a secret that I saw Jason Lambert show me. And he pulled this thing out of his boat. We were filming a show and we were filming some other products, but we pull up on one spot. He's like, "Oh, I got to throw this one bait." And he pulls it out, and it was one of those on a scrounger head.
Yep. No, I take that back. That's what I threw at Kentucky. Like, was on a scrounger head. Yeah, dude. I remember now. So
if you guys don't know what a scrounger head, it's like it's basically like a ball head, and it's got like a little plastic though, a little clear, between a soft and a hard plastic on it. I don't know how to completely describe it, but you let that thing, how he was doing is you let it sink all the way to the bottom, he just slowly reels, and that plastic makes that bait just scrounge, I guess. That's why it's called that. And and then that whole bait follows behind it, and it looks like it's something just searching and kind of just digging in those rocks and stuff and looking around. And they absolutely love it. And Lambert was all about that. So that's a great way to throw it.
I was gonna say a way you could describe it would be if you guys took like a bladed jig or a chatterbait that has that action, but the blade is fixed to the jig head. So when the chatterbait blade's going, the whole thing is going, is essentially kind of like how it looks. The whole thing just has like a shimmy to it. But yeah, they're called scrounger heads. But yeah, you could throw that. I forgot. You're right. That's what I threw down there. I had a local that lived down there be my captain, and so he knew all about that type of fun stuff. But yeah,
nice.
It's good baits here. So that is 3.
Well, now some of you guys got the fish belly hog shad. That was the other one that came out that might have been in place of that. And it's a very similar bait. When you hold the little hog shad, which I did a video on, that's going to be released this week as well. When you hold that bait in your hand, you can't even keep it still. It will always, like, it's so hard to stop it moving because it just wants to keep shaking. And so you can do it the same way on a scrounger head. The video I did was on a ball head, and I showed 2 different ways of retrieving it. If you're popping it off the bottom, it looks like some kind of little bait, looks like shad that's kind of fall down the bottom, and it's just kind of making its last little attempts at life as it's dying. The other way is just dragging it so it really searches through that the structure and stuff, the rocks. And something to note, you guys, is as summers heat up and it gets really hot, a lot of shad will have die-offs. It gets a little too hot for these guys, and they'll die, and they'll have schools, and the bass will really like to hang out below those. So when you have a dying imitation shad bait like that, that's something these bass are really honed into and will take advantage if you put it right, put it in the right areas.
Definitely good stuff. All right, let's see. Well, we got 5 minutes to the next giveaway, so I'm gonna try to wrap this bait up in the next 5 minutes. And so we are gonna go with probably my favorite one that came in the box, just because of how cool it is. But it's this guy right here, which is a live target. It's a hard walking bait that's got like a little popper on. I'll take it out so you guys get a little better look on it. But I have a few of these, and I've used them, and they work really well, especially in the summertime. But you have to, I wouldn't say you have to, you probably should throw these early in the morning or late in the evening, right at sunset. You can catch them, especially fishing for smallmouth. You can catch them in the middle of the day. But anytime you're fishing topwater, you want to do it in low light conditions. But that's what it looks like essentially. It's kind of like a popper. It's got that cupped mouth, but it's the shape of a frog, like a little tadpole almost. It's got a nice colored tail on there. I think it's got, oh yeah. Now you can hear that. Yeah, it's got nice loud rattles on it. But yeah, it's a super good topwater bait. This one's a little bit smaller, so it'd be good for ponds. I don't know, everybody probably didn't get this exact one, but essentially it's just a topwater bait. Like I said, early morning, late in the evening, good stuff.
That bait's got absolutely everything to it. It's got the popper, you can walk it. It's got the feathered hook, and then it's got the realistic, their live target imaging and stuff. And so, man, it's a nice lethal little bait. So
it is. Like I said, I've thrown them a lot for smallmouth. They work really well. They do.
Nice. And we do have a video already up of that. It's so if you guys search on our channel, Lucky Tackle Box's YouTube channel, there is a live target frog video where we actually do 2 frogs. One's their, the normal hollow belly style, and the other one is that popper style. So nice. If you guys are looking for some ideas or what that's supposed to look like in the water when you're working it, go check out that video, and you can get some more inspiration on that.
All right, next one.
I got to throw a quick shout out too. I saw that I just saw the comment sections. Nick, the informative fisherman, is on the comments, making sure to represent and stuff and answer some questions and stuff. So Nick, shout out to you, dude. You're always on it, man. And so if you guys don't know who Nick, the informative fisherman, is, check out his YouTube channel, Informative Fisherman. And that there's no better name for Nick, because that guy has more information than any of us ever need to know or ever can know in a lifetime. Somehow he has the memory of like an elephant, I guess. He's got like the memory of 3 human beings, because he's never forgotten a single thing he's ever learned or read.
I agree.
And you guys, the beauty is he's read and done. He read every magazine, watched every video you ever need to watch, so you guys don't have to do it. He then delivers that to you in his videos and stuff. And so very cool guy. He does our panfish videos. He's going to be doing a lot more videos with us for Lucky Tackle Box this year as well. So that's something to look forward to.
All right, so we got looks like 2 more baits and a pack of hooks. I'm going to save this one, not giving you guys too big of a sneak peek, for last, because it is the fish catcher of the box. I'm just going to start that segment. It's the fish catcher of the box. It's the one that will 100%, no matter where you live in the country, catch fish.
Nice.
But I'm going to go to this one. This one here is Rick Clun. Did you know Rick Clun was on my airplane when I flew home?
Did you say what's up or what, man?
Yeah, well, he was like 5 dudes in front of me, so I didn't get to say hi to him. But he was just chilling with his Bass Pro hat on, just chilling in line. I was like, I put up a Snapchat. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, Flair 430, you saw it. But yeah, he's the legend. He's one of the legends of bass fishing. But we got these.
Keep yelling. You just keep yelling on the plane. Hey, Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Rick. Hey, Rick.
I got a selfie with him or something.
Rick, it's Andrew. It's Andrew Flair, Rick.
So we, I don't know what the exact name of these are. Did I throw the card? I think I keep throwing stuff.
I love it, dude. You just.
Here we go. I was just trying to find the official name of this thing. It just says assorted soft plastics.
Well, you guys, grubs and just any kind of plastics. And Brandon really touched up on this when he was talking about where to throw the square bill. These summertime bass, a lot of them are gonna go deep. But the ones that stay shallow, or if you just have a shallow water lake, they're going to look for cooler water. And a lot of times if you're on a hot day, you find the shade, right? That's exactly what the fish do as well. They find that shade. So those docks, any kind of structure that's got shade, they not only are going to be under the docks, but they are going to be just hugging that shade. And what's really funny is you have these docks that are real high up, that as the sun is either coming up in the daytime or setting, and it's kind of coming underneath the dock, and it's actually pushing that shadow. So that shadow's not under the dock. The shadow's actually to the side of the dock. Those fish will be all out in the open in the shade that's away from that dock. And you can see clear as day, they're sitting, they're following that shade. It's not because they like the shade. It's because it's cooler to them. It's not, it's where they need to be to escape this heat. And so any kind of soft plastics and stuff, especially like the grub you had there, Flair, is something that can make a lot of commotion, come down nice and slowly. And these fish are not that active. They're kind of just hunkering down the heat. And so if they see an easy meal right in front of their face, they're more likely to eat it and stuff. And so that's why it's all kind of about location this time of the year, is making sure you're presenting it in those high percentage areas, and you'll end up catching some fish. All
right, so I'm going to just like 30 seconds go over this bait because we have to do a giveaway. So this dude, Travis was talking about, you got to throw it in shade. It's just, this one is a little grub in particular, and I filmed an unboxing video yesterday, which will go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to see my unboxing of this, check it out tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST. But how I explained I would use this is on the back of a finesse jig. If you're throwing like a little ball jig that's black and blue, that guy right there is perfect for it. Like I said, a lot of people got different stuff, but in particular, that is exactly what I would use it for. And I use these double tail grubs all the time for jig trailers when it comes to finesse fishing. Here's what happens when you drag it slow, and the way these tails, they're not very thick, so they move with very little, you barely have to pull the things, and they'll quiver and move and stuff. So finesse jig is what I would use this for. I'm just letting you guys know that in case you got this bait and didn't know what to do with it. All right, giveaway.
Yes. All right.
We got to do giveaway. It's 9:01.
Yes. Okay. And there's actually going to be, oops, I didn't put enough winners on this one. All right. And we only have one more product after this, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me click over to myself real fast. All right. This one. All right, guys, we had a lot of people watch the show today. I don't know if you've been watching the numbers, Flair. I think this may be the most watched show we've had. So
definitely.
It just happens when I'm on vacation. I'm trying to do everything on a laptop, man, in the middle of Florida. I'm as far away as you could possibly be and still be in the U.S. from my actual house right now.
Really?
So, yes. It's but LTB will go on, man. No vacation time, no rest.
That's right.
All right, let's put up the shot and let's go. Let's give away some more stuff. This is my favorite giveaway because this is going to be some of my own stuff. So the first winner is going to win. Oh, so I've got some cool, dude. Stormer sent me some killer UV shirts, right? So they're they're that little sweat wisping UV shirts.
Yep.
And Stormer's one of our partners. So they've got some amazing stuff. And so they sent me this out, and we had LTB printed on them and stuff. And it was going to be the stuff I was going to be wearing. And also I think you got some as well. But the ones I ended up getting were the wrong size. So so I since got some more. But now I have some brand new Stormer LTB shirts, and so my loss is your guys' gain. So we're going to give away one of those. That's going to be to the first place winner. Then the second place winner is going to win Travis box. That's my favorite prize I give away on the show. Is I walk around my entire office through my boat and I cut lures off the rods. The guys that have won in the past, they'll even tell you that. You open up this box, there's a jig rigged up with a trailer. There's all kinds of stuff not in the packaging because I'm just throwing stuff in the box until it's completely full. I got friends that are pissed that I do this giveaway because they're used to coming over to my house and cleaning me out, and now it's all going in these boxes and stuff. So that's going to be the second place winner, and then the third and fourth place winners are going to get an LTB box. So they will get a Lucky Tackle box, and actually a Lucky Tackle box this month. So the two winners, there's going to be two answers to this question. So Lucky Tackle Box has two sponsored anglers that fish the FLW Tour. Each one of them has won a tour event this year. So from signing on with Lucky Tackle Box, they've each won a tour event this year. Who are the two anglers? Who are the two Lucky Tackle Box anglers?
Two events.
Yes. Yep.
The 3 events have been won since they've been partnered with Lucky Tackle Box, if that says anything.
We call them the luckiest anglers.
That's right. That's why I use Lucky Tackle Box. I like to be lucky. I'd rather be lucky than good.
I don't know if this has got to be some kind of record on a company signing. Those are our only two tournament anglers that we sponsor at Lucky Tackle Box, and both of them
well.
Yes. So I want some of that luck, and I want to go fish the tour next year, man.
Definitely.
I'll take one win.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be set. Yeah, what did Lambert say? He came up to me at dinner and he's like, "You still owe me dinner." And I was like, "Nah, you won at Kentucky. You've won 2 events. I'm not buying you dinner."
No,
I think you could buy me and everything I own in cash.
All right, so Andrew already gave you guys one of the names. That's Jason Lambert. But
I guess I thought we were done.
Yeah, a million people already got it. Yeah, they got it as soon as we started saying it. Yeah, so let's post. I got the pictures of them right here. So one of those was who Andrew was just talking about. I thought I had a picture of him. Yeah, there we go. There's Lambert. How did we have a bet? Oh, that he was going to catch a bigger fish than you. Yes. So Flair, this is time to double down as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, all right, so you guys that don't know the story, Andrew Flair came out in January, so sometime in the wintertime out to California, caught his personal best, just a slab on Clear Lake. Now, Lambert was scheduled to come out in March to film the Bass Doctor show. So he told Flair if he caught a bigger one, then they had a bet for dinner. And so Lambert came out here and smoked some monsters. I think he beat you a lot of times over, man. He caught some huge fish.
Yeah,
and that was just him and I hit like it was the perfect day. When you were out there, it was amazing. When him and I are out there, I've never been in a situation where just everything lined up exactly how it was supposed to line up on a fishery that's one of the top fisheries in the entire world. And it was just him and I, and the greatest thing was it's all on camera. So it's also like it's now recorded forever, which is a really cool thing. But you're coming back out here. It's going to be time for you to get revenge and get that dinner back, dude.
Definitely. All right, we got 4 winners.
Well, the second guy was Scott Martin. Dude,
Scotty.
and he's just been killing it consistently, man. So he was a very good addition to the Lucky Tackle Box team, man. He's amazing, dude. He just is absolutely amazing that he can have a TV show and fish competitively on tour,
YouTube, and win tournaments.
Yeah, he gets me tired even thinking about him.
Yeah.
All right, so let's announce. I got the winners just text over to me here. All right, guys, let's go down the list here. All right, the winner that's going to get an LTB Stormer UV shirt is going to be Braden Cross. The winner of the Travis box, so the box I'm going to put is stuffed with all kinds of gear, is going to be Ty Corey. And then third is going to get Lucky Tackle Box. That's Brandon Luau. Dude, Brandon's won. I think Brandon wins every single event. So I don't know. Brandon's got something figured out. And then the fourth winner is Jack Brown. So all of you guys email Justin at luckytacklebox.com. So, Andrew, we got one more product left, right?
We do.
Let's do this. This one.
I'm going to do the hook.
Let's combine them. Let's combine those two.
That's what I said. Yeah. Okay. I was going to do the hooks and the bait together just because they will work really well together. And this is the bait that came in the box that will catch fish no matter where you live in the United States. And that is a green pumpkin finesse worm made by Mismo. So these guys, they're 5-inch. And I mean, there's probably 10, 15 worms in this pack. And so this is just a finesse green pumpkin worm. And if you ask any professional fisherman, just one fish, if they say to catch just one fish, no matter what the size is, it's going to be something similar to this guy right here, matched up with these little mosquito hooks, which can be used for two things, either wacky rigging or drop shot fishing. So either one. If personally, I like to throw it wacky, but you can also throw it drop shot. It just depends if you're fishing deep, if you're fishing shallow, whatever. But yeah, so these are the Mustad little mosquito beak hooks, size 4, and comes in a 5-pack. And then they come with these little finesse worms. And like I said, you can throw if you don't want to use what just came in this box, you can throw them on shaky heads. You can throw them on just a EWG or a round bend hook and fish it kind of like a fluke. That's called like floating trick worm fishing, stuff like that. There's a whole lot of different things, but by far the most versatile fish catching lure in the box. Nice.
And the actual, something real quick about the Mustad hook. Some of you guys got a bigger size hook. Some of you guys even got like a 2-aught or a 3-aught on those octopus hooks. And we just released a video today about power drop shotting, or the Bubba rig, which a lot of people know it as. And so that one's actually live. I saw just before we came on the show, and that's a whole new technique that you can do with like a Cinco or like 4 or 5, 6-inch stick bait that really is an alternative for fishing jigs and stuff, and especially in the summertime when people are flipping jigs and stuff on the the dock pilings, things like that. This is a perfect setup to throw that bigger power rig on these different pilings. But for the size that Andrew had, that's actually perfect with the little hooks and the doodle worms from Mismo Baits. Mismo Baits is a smaller company that's really also impressed me over the last couple of years because I've gotten to work with them several times. That little 4 or 5-inch wacky rig setup is one of my favorite setups. If I know there's fish in an area and I want to go, I got to see how big these fish are. I know there's one down here. I know there's one at this point. I will drop that thing down there and I will just move it a couple feet, let it sit, move it a couple feet, let it sit, and I will always be able to catch the fish that are down there. And something cool that we did for this month for that Mismo Baits worm is that I did my first Lucky Tackle Box video from the shore. I left the boat at home and I got dirty out on the rocks, dude. I know that you guys, you YouTubers are always creative and doing that stuff. You've been doing it for a while, but finally I had to join you. And so I did a whole video about some different ideas of fishing from the shore. And one of the biggest things was throwing that wacky rig setup. Most people you're limited how much shore space you get at a lake. You get the public access spots. They're going to get fished by a lot of people. And after you've thrown some little reaction baits or whatnot, you got to slow it down and try to finesse these fish out, because you don't have the luxury of just going all over the lake and just zooming around until you find feeding fish. Another thing that's good with that setup is you can really feel out the, first of all, you can, well, before you feel out the bottom, you can actually, when you cast, you really want to count how long it takes you to get down. So you can see the depths, because you want to figure out the different depths you're fishing in that area. Then as you drag it along, you can feel that weight hitting the bottom. If there's rocks, if there's grass, if it's just mud, and you want to stay around some of that harder cover. Then also when you wacky rig that little bait, as it's falling, it does a little shimmy on its way down. And that's, we show it underwater. So when you guys watch this video, you'll see this thing. As it's being pulled down, it just does that shimmy. That can be huge. Those fish see that, they'll come up and hit it right on the fall. But then as you drag that bait, you want to have your rod tip down, you just drag it a couple feet. What happens is it pinches that bait together because it's just hooked right in the middle. So as it pinches it together through the water, then as you stop pulling it, it slowly comes back out straight and falls back down to the bottom. Then you pull it again and go. And it's just a great little cadence that really can get some of those inactive fish or those fish that have really been pressured. The last little secret, I think, Andrew, you and I might have talked about this last month or the month before about launch ramps. And I think Nick was the one that was bringing it up as well.
Okay.
Launch ramps are always one of my go-to spots if I'm fishing in the shore. If I want to go to a high productive area, I will find a launch ramp. If it's a big lake, it's because all the tournaments are held at these launch ramps. So all the fish, all these boats go all around the lake, catch the 5 biggest fish they can catch. They bring them back and they release them in the area. So you're always getting bigger fish released there. But another reason is, even if it's a small private lake, doesn't even have tournaments, most anglers, if they have a fish they want to take a picture of, they'll throw it in their live well and head back to the launch ramp and find somebody that'll hold their phone and take the picture, and they'll release that fish right there at the launch ramp. So you can bet that there is always big fish being released in that area. And so it's a great spot to go fish, because that's going to be a spot that you're getting giant fish delivered to you, and there's always some kind of access. You can always get access to that launch ramp and be able to fish that area. So just some inside information for you shore anglers.
For sure. That's definitely good information. I mean, that stuff, I always talk about fishing that stuff during tournaments. I never thought about that, doing that from the bank, because you really are at a disadvantage against the boat. So why make yourself work any harder? Just catch the fish that the people on boats already caught. Make it easy on you. Don't work too hard.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, guys.
All right. Well, that's it for the box.
That's the show. Brandon killed it, dude. So we're gonna have him on a lot more often, dude. He's
I learned a lot about swordle fishing, and that's something I do very, very often. Something I've been doing for many years, and I still learned a ton tonight. So that's good. It's always good.
We may have to see if he wants to join us, dude. Maybe he'll jump in the plane and stomp around in a little motorhome with us.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah.
Collaboration out here. The one good thing is all those guys always want to come out to California too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, I say him in California. He's the big swim bait guy. He's the dude throwing those like $100 swim baits and stuff. He'd totally be down for that.
Nice. All right, we're gonna have to hit him up. But all right, guys. Everybody, thank you for watching. We will be same place, same time next month.
On the 20th.
20th every month. And I'm gonna read the comments. I'm gonna stay and read some comments on here for the last couple minutes after we close. It still stays live. I'm gonna read some of those comments. And you guys, I want to hear what guests you want to see us have on the show. Do you want to see some YouTubers, some Instagrammers? Do you want to see some top elite pros? Let me know what you guys want to see, and we will line it up so you guys can interact with some of the guys you want to hear more about. Also, definitely. Flair, if they want to watch some of the latest Fishing with Flair videos, where do they go check it out, man?
Andrew Flair Outdoors on YouTube, or just Flair, Fishing with Flair, whatever. Yeah, so I post 2 to 3 videos a week. Right now that I'm just in online summer college stuff, not really going to school a whole lot, and have some more time, I'm doing 3 videos. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Central is when I post. But otherwise, sometimes I just do 2 videos a week. Vlogging, tips and tricks, whole bunch of stuff. The my LTB unboxing is going out tomorrow night at 7 Central Time. So if you guys want to see, I went a little bit more in depth over each of the lures, kind of like I did tonight. So if you're just signing on and you missed it, then definitely go check that out.
And I know all you younger anglers that are watching right now too love the Snapchat. Flair's killing it on Snapchat, and he's also going to help Lucky Tackle Box launch their Snapchat when he comes down for the collaboration. So we'll be getting the full rundown and be launching that. So stay tuned, guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll check you out next time.
See you guys.